If you're someone that lacks the mobility to sit deep into a squat, or maybe you just don't squat at all because you're afraid that your stiff ankles, knees, or hips are gonna bother you with pain, well, in this video, I'm gonna share with you my pre-warm-up squat routine that I use to help improve the depth of my squat and further increase my form and technique. Let's get started. So the first movement we're going to start with is the bottom up squat, and I love this because this will really help us open up our hip adductors, which are the muscles on the inner thighs, as well as help loosen up some of those hamstrings. Now notice as I sit into the squat, I'm using my elbows to help push my knees out a little bit further to feel a deeper stretch, and then I'm bringing my hips back up to the top. Now with my hands, I'm actually grabbing the bottom of my toes and I never really let go. And so I'll reach down towards my toes and I sit my hips all the way down as far as I can get them, and then I bring my hips back up, trying to straighten both knees at the same time. As I sit down into the squat, I'm trying my best to also keep my chest up nice and tall to improve that thoracic extension. The next movement we are working on is the Cossack squat. This helps us to start to loose and greasen up those ankles. Notice how I shift my weight to one side, trying to allow my knee to come over my foot there. And with the opposite leg, I'm actually allowing my toes to kind of turn up, feeling a nice good stretch on the inner thigh there. Once again here, I'm trying my best to keep my torso upright, and I'm using my hands for counterbalance so that I don't fall forward. The next stretch we will use is the deep squat hold, and I'm using here my squat rack to hold on to, but you can actually use a table or a doorway to hold on to. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to sit as tall as I can with my chest into the squat, allowing my hips to drop straight down, and I'm shifting my weight laterally side to side to see what each hip feels like as far as stiffness or tightness, and also shifting my hips forward so that I can try to keep my torso a little further upright. If you don't have anything to hold on to, another option here is just sitting in a deep squat hold without support. And notice I'm using my hands and my elbows again to kind of push my knees outward, trying to improve the length of my inner thigh adductors, and trying my best to just continue to breathe and sit down on a deep squat there. Next stretch we'll work on is just the half kneel soleus stretch. So we want to make sure that we prep our ankles and allow our ankles to be able to dorsiflex as we squat. And I'm just using my body weight as well as the overpressure of my hands to help shift my weight forward and improve my ability to bend my knee and flex my ankle. The last stretch we're going to get into is probably one of my favorite stretches, the greatest stretch in the world, and you can see why, because it really hits all components of your ankles, hips, torso. And so you're going to lunge forward, supporting yourself with one arm as the opposite arm is pushing that knee outward. And I kind of like to shift my weight forward and back just to see where I'm holding some stiffness that day. And then I'm going to take that elbow and I'm going to drop it down towards my foot and then rotate up towards the ceiling to get some nice thoracic rotation. Now the key here is as we are in this lunge position, we want to try our best to extend the knee and the hip on that back leg to help further increase the stretch on the hip flexors. So you get the benefit out of stretching the posterior hip on one side, but then opening up the front of the hip on the opposite side. And this is why this is probably one of my favorite stretches. Guys, thanks for watching today. Hope you appreciate this video. If you want more video like this, please hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.